Alright, hello. We're back at it again. This time we're making a 1971 quarter coin ring. First thing we gotta do is punch a hole in it. If you guys have any questions while I work on this, feel free to ask. Let's go. Go ahead and pin this link down here. If you all see that gold chain, go ahead and give it a tap. Check it out. So our quarter so far. Gonna clean up that inside edge with our deburring tool. And if anybody watching would like a quarter coin ring, is looking for a specific year or a specific state, you can tap the gold chain down there, or you can put the date in the comments and I can tell you what I have available for that specific year. If you have any other questions, let me know. That looks good. Nice and smooth. I don't have any CC Morgans on hand, but I could work on them if you have one or you'd like me to get one. I do have other Morgans, but no Carson Cities on hand at the moment. But Morgan dollars do make really nice coin rings. So I've done one Carson City before. Not a super common request. Can I do size 15? I can. It would need to be $1 though. The max size for $half is 14. But yeah, I can do Morgan and piece dollars in size 15. Just tap the gold chain down there, and you should be able to find what you're looking for. If you have any trouble, let me know. But I've tried to set up that link to be as easy to navigate as possible. So if you haven't yet, tap that gold chain, check it out. That's where all the good stuff is. I need to get a different chair. This one is falling apart. Do I make rings for other parts of the body? I mean, I can. But I'm not going to resize it. It's just regular old, like, sink water. Yeah, with copper and silver and gold, you can quench them in just regular old water. If I was working with steel, I would let it like air cool, but I don't really work with steel. I mean, a job's a job, right, Chris? Who am I to judge what you do with your rings? It's 2024. To each their own, bro. You're not the first to ask. Yeah, with the copper clad rings, sometimes a little bit of rust or fire scale will flake off in that water, and that's what's sitting at the bottom of that is just like rust and fire scale that's come off the coins when I quench them. But yeah, it's just plain old water. It's just a little dirty, but it ain't gonna hurt nothing. I mean, I don't do too bad. Yeah, I try not to send away customer requests. Let's just say I'm very open. A people pleaser. I mean, check out coinringmaker.com, tap the gold link down there, see if there's something that suits your fancy. I'd be happy to make something for any of you guys out there. But you gotta make the first step. You gotta check out my stuff. And the only way you can do that is by going to my website or tapping that gold chain. So do me a favor, check out my work. And if you have any questions, let me know. Well, let me get this up to size 11. So I'm going to go ahead and anneal it again. When stretching, do I flip it over? Yeah. So it's easier to see without the paper towel on here, but the paper towel helps protect the inside details of the coin. But what I tend to do is stretch until the gap between the coin and the stretcher is gone. So it's almost there. So right about here, where you can see there's no gap. And you flip it over, and there's an obvious gap there. And then I'll just stretch until that closes in and flip it over. Because you want the least amount of surface area. Like when there isn't a gap like this, there's a lot of the ring touching the stretcher, which increases the chances of it snapping. You want to have the least amount of surface area actually touching the stretcher. I found that works the best. I hope that helps. Yeah, I used to not flip my rings, and I used to split them a lot more. So I definitely recommend flipping them periodically, every 2 or 3 pulls. Give it a good flip. Nice. That sounds like fun. Well, if you need any help, let me know, Heather. I'm happy to help. I've been doing this for a quick minute, so I've made all the mistakes. I'm happy to help you avoid them. And if anybody out there doesn't want to go through the trouble of making your own coin ring, tap the gold chain. I'd be happy to make one for you. That's what's up. Yeah, when I started making coin rings, it was kind of difficult to find good resources on like what you need to get started and what you should do. So I've tried to create that as much as I can for other people. So I'm glad I've been able to help you out. That's what's up. But yeah, check out the gold chain down here if you haven't yet. Hit the follow button if you haven't yet. Tap the screen if you're enjoying the live. And if you have any questions, put them in the chat. If you've never seen me before, I'm Coin Ring Maker from coinringmaker.com. And I specialize in making coins into rings. So if that sounds cool, check out the link. Oh, I bet. I've also heard that Canada has really wild shipping fees as well. Luckily, most of the stuff I make ships to the States, so my shipping gets to stay nice and relatively cheap. I mean, it's spiked $1 or $2 in the last year, but it's still about $5, which isn't bad. Yeah, I believe it. I've shipped some rounds to a buddy of mine in Canada, and it cost me more to ship them than it did to buy the rounds. It was ridiculous. Oh, I feel bad for Canadians. I don't know why their shipping is so expensive. It's wild. Germany is another one that's way more expensive than I had expected. Government operated. Well, there you have it. So it's the Royal Canadian Post, I suppose. Is that what it's called? Royalty. They take their time, I suppose. I don't know. May have to cut this live short, guys. So if you haven't yet, make sure to hit that follow button and catch me next time I go live. And if I do leave, I hope the rest of your day is awesome. Thanks for stopping by and watching me work today. Alright, it would be super cool if all 500 of you left here and went to coinringmaker.com just so I could get the ad revenue. That'd be super sick. This is my website. Take a screenshot, go spend 3 minutes there clicking around. You don't have to buy anything. Just help me get some ad revenue. That'd be super cool. If like 500 people went to my website and just clicked around on stuff. That would make my day. Alright guys, I gotta hit the road. Catch you next time. Peace.